yesterday, I do these one-on-ones with him because what I do for a living, every 40 hours you have to have kind of a supervisory, how are you doing, are you functioning, all that kind of thing. So anyway, the coolest thing happened yesterday. We're in the middle of renewing contracts, doing all the things that you do. It's a yearly, whoops, sorry about that, or an every 3 year sort of thing. So anyway, we were doing that, and he's going to talk to the board, but apparently the ruling for, there's a job opening where I work, and I really want the position, but the ruling is you have to be there for 3 years. As of May 3rd, I will have been there for 2 years, but he told me that I had to take a couple of more classes, so I'm going to go ahead and take a couple more classes. That beeping is driving me crazy. Give me a second. Okay, beep gone, and apparently it's written in the rules of life today to drop your phone 1,000 times, so let's do that while we're at it. Done, did it, let's check it off. Anyway, so I wanted to apply for the position that's available, and I'm currently on my way to my daughter. She has something special planned, so I'm kind of excited to see what that is. And so it's a sort of dress up, but sort of stay casual, so this is sort of what she's getting. Anyway, but so I have to take a couple of more classes, and it's going to be a lot of fun. School is pretty easy for me. I like school. I think that's what makes school easy, is because I really enjoy it. I love to learn. But they're going to talk, and they'll find out, depending on what the contractual agreement is, whether or not I can do this year or if I have to wait 1 more year. Either way, I don't care. I'm excited because my boss and the people that I work with in the facility I work at, they have total faith in me, and that just means a lot to me. When you work really hard at a job, you do the job really good, and you have earned the place of holding the approval and the respect of your peers who've been at it far more than you have. I mean, they've been at this job way longer than I have. So it's just really cool that I've managed to do that. I'm super excited about it, but it's been a really good couple of days. A little bit stressful couple of days because I've got a lot I got to do. I went to work today, did all the things I had to do. It proved to be a little bit challenging, but not awful. One of the people I had to talk to kind of had, they were a little bit difficult of hearing, so that wasn't too bad of a deal. It just, I kind of had to repeat myself a couple of times, but what I do is really awesome. I get to hear stories and walks of life, and it's just, man, it's amazing. You know where you're at, and you know that God put you there when you really love what you do. If you land in a position where you don't feel like it's a job, you kind of just go there. And I kind of just tease and say I go to work to get a break sometimes, but I really love what I do. But to find out that I have the chance to have a shot at the position that I want, that meant a lot to me. But I've got to take a couple more classes. In addition to those 2 classes, I'm already dealing with neuro-linguistic programming, hypnosis, advanced hypnosis, and neuroscience is the other one. So I'm doing a lot of schooling right now, but it's all relevant to what I do for a living. So it's going to be so fun, and I know it's hard work, huge words, exams, tests, blah, 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 but it's going to be so great, and I'm so excited about it. You know, and if you really want to do something, or you want to find something that you just love, if you pray about it and you ask God, say, you know, just tell him, hey, I want to find something that's going to be meaningful to me. I'm going to love it. God, what do you want for my life? Because if you follow what God wants for your life, see, 20 years ago, I would have never in a million years thought for a single second that doing what I'm doing now was what I was, whoosh, way over my head, never would have thought of it. But I'm doing it now, and I remember when I was in university, I actually protested against this. I was like, I don't want to do this. And of course, my professors were like, you're going to do something that you don't think you're going to do. I remember my 3rd year of university. My professors were like, you're going to do something different than what you think you're going to do. And they must have had a word from God that I didn't have yet, but they were right. In my 3rd year, they were like, you're not going to do what you think you're going to do. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But it turned out that I'm doing exactly what they told me. And it was funny because when my internship came around, everybody got to choose their internship. It's like, oh, you can choose this, and you can go all over the world. There were so many opportunities listed. And so I thought, I was thinking, I had this little list, the dream list, right? And it didn't quite work that way, because when I talked to my professor, she said, you're not going to be given a choice. This is what you are doing for your internship. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know anything about it. I don't qualify. I know nothing about it. I can't relate to it. I went down the list, right? And it would turn out that I could relate. I did know. I just, for whatever reason, put that big stop sign up that said no. And I kept saying no. And she's like, no, this is what you're doing. You don't get to choose your internship. This is what you're doing. So I did it in the midst of COVID, no less. That was great fun, right? I don't know if we're even allowed to say that word on freaking YouTube. But anyway, it was really cool, because now that very thing is what I do for a living, and I could not imagine doing anything else. So my husband was praying for me, and he was praying that God would give me a job that I would really love, that I really wanted to do, that was going to be awesome and amazing, and that I would look forward to going to every day. And this was definitely not it. I'm like, this is not what I want to do. But you know what? I'm doing it now, and I love it, and I wish so much that I could share it with you. It is incredible. But the bottom line lesson here is, if you are not doing what you want to do, you hate your job, or you're just really uncomfortable with your life, then I highly recommend you start praying and you say, God, give me the direction I'm supposed to go into, and give me all the doors to open that I'm supposed to have open, right? And so you just pray about it, and that's what happened. And I landed someplace that I didn't think in a million years I would, and now I can't imagine doing anything else. And I am moving up. Since I've been with my company, I've had 5 raises in the last 2 years. If that's not God's favor, I don't know what is. But whatever you're doing, just make sure you love it. If you're not where you want to be, then pray and ask God to put you there, or give you the heart to do what you're supposed to do. Maybe you are where God wants you to be, but pray that God gives you the heart to love it. And it's really hard, because sometimes God says, no, you're going to go do this thing, and you don't. You're like I was, I don't think so. Well, guess what? Surprise! It's a job you didn't want that you love. Anyway, I am super excited about what I do. I'm super excited about where our future is going and what's happening and the people that I work with. And it's just amazing. But yesterday's meeting with my boss was awesome, because I just walked away feeling fulfilled and like I was on point, like it was just one of those miraculous moments. And so I really hope that you get to have your miraculous moment too, and be praying about what you're supposed to do. People are put in our lives for reasons, and we're put in positions that we would never expect for reasons, because we have something to give to the world. And so whatever you have to give to the world, pray about it and ask God to let you use it. And I guess that's the bottom line. Live in God's will and be happy about it. And if you're not happy about it, ask God to give you the joy for it. Anyway, I am babbling now. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next.